Hey guys, Dan from First Page Marketing here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to rank at the top of Google and bring a flood of new customers to your business. Okay, so in the last video I walked you through the Google Ads and the Google Maps, and now we're on to the next section. And this section is the holy grail for new customers, the Google organic listings. So this is still the best spot to be in because most people will click on the top organic spots more than any other place. And Google wants to show the best, most relevant websites to people searching on Google. So the method of telling Google that your website is the best is called SEO. SEO stands for Search Engine Optimizations. And when we're carrying out SEO, we use various safe methods to optimize your site for Google search so you rank at the top and get most of the customers. So the stats are 40 to 65% of people searching in the search box will miss the top two and go straight here to the Google organic results. And these results drive the most traffic on Google to these websites. And you don't have to pay for each individual click, unlike the top ones. Now, position one gets about anywhere from 20 to 40% of the clicks, and this is the best place to be in if you want the maximum amount of customers. Then the numbers start dropping down dramatically as you go down, and you get to about 5% at the bottom. And hardly anyone goes to page two, so we're not even going to go there. Page two is you're just non-existent on page two. It's the best place to hide a dead body. So now everybody wants to be on page one and in the first position, but it takes time and it is a fight to get there. And in some industries, the fight's brutal. And depending on the level of competition and money involved, with a good SEO guy behind the wheel, you can get to the top positions in 3 to 6 months. Some industries like insurance and lawyers could take up to a year. It really depends on the industry. But when you do get to the top in a competitive industry, the payoff is huge because the sheer amount of traffic and visitors you get to your website is massive and you get customers. So now you might be wondering, well, how do I optimize my site to get to number one? And there's many factors involved and it's very technical and complicated. And Google does keep the exact way they do it secret, but they do tell us what we should be concentrating on and they give us hints about how they rank. So there's hundreds of factors involved. And I could make an entire video about all the different ways SEO is performed, and it would probably bore you to hell. And there's some good ways to do it and some bad ways to do it. But the main ones are, if people like your site and they stay on it, that's a good factor. How fast the site loads, how many backlinks you have. Backlinks are basically other websites linking to your website, and they count as votes. They basically say, oh, that website said that your website's good, so Google also think it's good as well. And the content inside needs to be good. People need to stick around on your website and read it. How many errors are on your website and how the site is built and structured. So, and there's another thing that not a lot of people know, and I use as a secret weapon. It's called click-through ratio. Now, let me explain. So, right here, you can see all this information. This is called a snippet. Now, not many SEO guys realize this, but the snippet this is actually an ad. Now, imagine your snippet was really enticing and made the user want to click on your ad instead of others. If you're in position 5, but you have a really good ad and people are clicking on your ad instead of position 1, that tells Google that the public think your site is more relevant to their search. So Google moves you up the ranks. And it's a cheeky little trick that I learned that some of the best SEO guys don't even know. So that's a very good edge to get over your competition. And there's a few positives and a few negatives for starting SEO on your website. And first I'm going to go through some of the negatives. It does take an unpredictable amount of time to rank in the top spots. And when we estimate a time, it's just an estimate. We're playing Google's game here, and they keep their cards close to their chest. It is hard to find good SEO people. There's a lot of dodgy guys out there that use bad or black hat SEO tactics. It's like hacking, and it can get you penalized from Google if they find out. And these people that use underhanded techniques to rank high, like trying to trick Google, But if Google finds out, they're going to penalize you big time. And it could look great in the first couple of months when you're ranking top, but if they find out, they could banish you over to page 2 or 3, and it will take you a long time to recover. So avoiding these guys is crucial. SEO is a very technical and labor-intensive procedure, and it requires a lot of man hours, which is why it's very expensive in Perth, and which is why we outsource some of the technical work overseas to help keep it affordable for small businesses. Because when you hire people in Perth for SEO, it starts to become not feasible. The numbers, the math just doesn't work. So another thing is ranking organically requires constant upkeep and improvement, but the same goes for Google Maps and Google Ads as well. You just can't let it sit there and just leave it, because if you don't work in it every month, you will drop down in positions because your competitors are working harder and they will catch up to you and overtake you. So you always need to be constantly working at it and getting in front, like running a marathon. Now, another thing is Google can change the way they decide to rank websites at any time. They change their algorithm every year. They make updates to the way they rank websites. So if they make a change and you're not in line with that change, your website can fall quickly. So we get alerts to all the updates so we can stay in front, so we're not blindsided by any of these changes. So, okay, now that some of the ugly stuff is out of the way, let's go on to some of the good things about SEO and being listed organically. So firstly, it creates authority and trust with the customer. When you're shown at the top of Google, it's basically saying to the customer, Google's basically saying to the customer, we think this guy is your best match. So Google's kind of backing you up and vouching for you, which goes a long way in the customer's eyes. The second advantage is it's usually pretty easy to outrank small businesses, because a lot of business owners are too busy running their companies to do any SEO or pay any expensive SEO companies. And some of them might have even tried doing it in the past and have had bad experiences, like I did in my early businesses, which forced me to learn SEO. So usually small businesses will drop the ball. Usually they'll drop the ball on their online efforts, and it's not hard to beat them. And the good thing is there's lots of traffic and you don't have to pay for every time someone clicks on your website. So that's good if you want the most amount of customers. But SEO is considered to be a long-term solution, and it's a bit like building your house on a solid foundation. If you have good SEO, it actually makes it easy to rank in this map pack and cheaper to appear in the Google Ads. So it's a very good base to get started. And because it can take a while, a lot of business owners start doing Google Ads so they can start growing their business immediately. So when we're about to start performing SEO on a client's website, we first take a look at who's ranking first and see what they're doing well and how they're getting there. And then we basically have to do what they're doing, we just do it better. So most SEO companies in Australia will charge between $1,000 to $2,000 per month and lock you into a 6 to 12 month contract for SEO on your website. And I've personally been a victim of this and have lost a lot of money and gotten no results. So we only charge $3.95 per month, and we don't lock you into any contracts. Now you might be thinking, how can we charge $5.95 a month and still outrank companies charging $1,000 to $2,000 a month? And that's simple. We don't have a flashy office, a secretary, an expensive coffee machine, and big overheads. We have very low overheads. We work from home, and much of the technical work is outsourced to professionals overseas, while the project management and client communication is done here in Australia. So your money goes directly into results and growing your business, not glitz and glamour. And in this day and age with business is very competitive and you need an edge, and the costs, all the quotes and costs are getting lower and lower. So acquiring customers for a cheaper cost than your competition can really give you an edge. Now, the best part about us is we offer you a heavily discounted 30-day trial for only $195. So you can try us out and let us show you how good we are. We can actually start ranking your website and moving you up the ranks and optimizing your site for $195. And like I said, most SEO companies in Perth want at least $1,000 for the first month. So $195 is an amazing deal. And we have a non-competition clause. So if you're a painter and another painter comes to us, we can't work for them. So if you want to take us up on the deal, I suggest you get in there before someone else in your industry does. Then after that, it's only $595 a month, which is still amazing because it's much less than any other SEO providers in Australia. In reality, you're getting the same, if not better, service than the other guys because our guys overseas are pro, and we oversee them here to make sure they're doing it right as well. So we can't make any guarantees about how long it will take and to get to the top positions because you never really know. So we can give you an estimate how long it's going to take, and we don't hold you in a contract. So if we say it's going to take so long and we haven't done it, you can let us go. But obviously, we want to keep you with us, so we're going to make sure we do what we say. So what we can do is steadily move you to the top position and making progress all the time and report back to you on what we're doing and the progress that we're making. So if you're interested in showing your business at the top of Google organic rankings, the next best thing to do is order a free website and competition video analysis. And we'll make you a custom video just for you, showing you how we can get your website on the first page of Google. I'll go into the keywords, the analytics, what's going on with the website, and give you a better understanding of the SEO in your industry. So please go ahead and order that now, and there should be a link at the bottom of this page or on the screen, and we'll have that video to you within 48 hours. Cheers.